Hey, I'm RT and welcome back to RTsWorld. So today I present you something that annoys most casino owners and specifically the customers. If you want to play a casino game, you just come here, for example, you just want to stick your diamonds in as a customer and you wait for those nice prices. Oh, that's the first one. First diamond done. Come on, second one. Yes, we did it. Can we get the beacon? Nice, we get it. And you want to snack those fancy prices, but someone else comes over and just gets them and then teleports away or flies away or whatsoever. So you just insert your diamond, you wasted your money on the server or in your single player world, doesn't matter. You wasted your money and someone else took the prices. And today I want to show you a very neat trick to avoid this and to basically ensure that no customer gets ripped off by another player. And I want to do that with security entrance systems for casinos, and I will show you 5 of them in a second. But before we do that, let's thank our suggester for this video, and the suggester this time is Noobish Gamer, and he basically said, could you make some kind of security front that would ensure only one player can enter and play the game? And he also wants to make sure that a front of the game that could fit most of your other games, so to make it compatible to most of my other games as well. And he also said, I've made several of your games and there's always 3 or more people trying to steal the prizes from the player that's playing the game. And he also tried a few options to do that with trapdoors and iron doors. But today I will present you 5 of my options that are the most feasible ones in my opinion and that would fit most of my builds. Not all of them, but like 95% of them. And if you're wondering what this machine behind me is, that's the Tower Casino, and I will link it to you in the info card section and in the comment section down below, as I made a small mistake by releasing this video one day too early last week, then setting it to private, and then one day later setting it to public again. And that's what killed basically my views. And yeah, so if you missed that video, if you missed that episode, make sure, no, it was 2 weeks ago, sorry, it was before the blackjack tutorial. So 2 weeks ago, I made a mistake that I just released the video too early, then I set it to private, then to public again, and that's why I missed a lot of your views. So make sure to watch it. It's a pretty nice game where you can win 2 diamonds and a beacon, as you can see here. Let's show it to you for 1 second again, since the tutorial for this video is not that long. And by doing so, you get to go to the top, you can reset it very fast, and yeah, make sure to watch it if you're interested. But that's basically the casino I'm working here in each of those security entrance systems. Since, yeah, I need some casino to work with, and that's the one I chose. And we will start with the red one, and the red one is a pretty neat and simple one. So you just enter the casino. Yeah, of course you have to make sure you enter alone. If you enter and someone enters with you, you can't basically kill the person or do anything to it. So you have to make sure that, I don't know, if you don't play it, why should someone enter if they cannot steal your prize? So make sure to enter alone. Then take any item, doesn't matter. For example, this wooden axe here. Put it on the pressure plate and a door pops up. So nobody can get through this, not even with an elytra. I also made sure that there's no gaps where people could sneak or squeeze in. And then you can simply start to play. And if you're done playing, you can remove the axe from the pressure plate and just wait a second and you can exit the casino again. And so now you may ask, so let's put an item there and yeah, I get bored, I can teleport away. It's a multiplayer server whatsoever. And the person just teleports away. That's no problem at all, since items will despawn after 5 minutes eventually. And after they despawn, they just despawn, the door opens again and the casino is free. So worst case scenario, you as a player have to wait like 4 or 5 minutes until the item despawns, until you can get into it and play it. But since this versions or this security entrance work on all versions of Minecraft, and basically Bedrock, Java and multiplayer, single player does not matter. So you can build them anyway. And yeah, that's why I just chose simplicity over complexity in this time. I could also use some timing mechanisms that like block the entrance for 1 minute or so, but that's the most convenient one for most of you. And it's also very compact. The second one is basically the same, but even more simple. Just an iron door. Sometimes you don't want to build these fancy piston doors whatsoever. Just build an iron door. It's also much compacter as the circuit. You can build it in like 1 minute and it does basically the same thing as this piston door there. And now I want to go over to the green one. The green one is the last of this kind where you put some item on a pressure plate. That's why we have here some concrete powder, and concrete powder allows us to make it a little bit easier with the pistons. since we only need to retract the pistons once and not twice. So because the sand is gravity affected in Minecraft, and that's why it just falls down. So it's a little bit compactor in the end to build this machine or to build this circuit. Sometimes you don't have the space below the casino, but usually you have. And the fourth version of this kind of security entrance is the orange one, and that's where it gets nice, in my opinion. That's one of my most favorite ones. That's the fancy door, but paired with some pressure plates. So that avoids basically the timing of the 5-minute despawn if someone just teleports away from a casino or whatsoever, or kills himself just to annoy some players. That's where we just enter, and as long as we stand on these pressure plates, doesn't matter where, you can just stand on the most far one of these, doesn't matter, the door will be closed. Even if we just step off a second and oh shit, I have to get back to the pressure plates again, the door stays closed. So there's a slight delay, so you can exit them for a short amount of time. As long as you get there like in 2 or 3 seconds, the door will stay closed. And that's why we can just input here a diamond, leave the pressure plates, go back, even go over there, and yeah, now we basically just won. And yeah, let's leave this casino entrance again. So we have to wait, of course, a little bit until we can exit, but it basically avoids the problems that the pressure plate system has. But in some cases, since I wanted to make this fit 95 or even 100% of my contraptions, sometimes I have below the plate or the platform where you stand on, I have some redstone going on. And in some cases you cannot build this platform conveniently. And that's why I just gave you the alternatives with the pistons and the pressure plates. So if you cannot fit this fancy pressure plate system, which is basically my favorite one in this build series, if you cannot fit that, make sure to build the other ones. They're perfectly fine. They just avoid that other players can sneak in. And here we have the version where we have the pressure plates and the iron doors, so it's nothing very special, the fifth one. So the yellow entrance system is very similar to the one with the iron door, the blue one. But those are the the 5 concepts I came up with. They are all pretty simple, I know that, and they are all very similar, but they differ in terms of design, complexity, and also the amount of space they need beneath the platform you stand on. So yeah, I wanted to give you just an array of options so that you can fit them basically under every single one of my builds. And yeah, since this video will include a block by block tutorial, I thank you for the time you bear with me here. And yeah, basically I hope you found your entrance system, and now we will build them together. So welcome to the block by block tutorial. And first of all, you want to add a little bit more space on your building platform, so make sure to build one of my casinos out of my casino playlist. That's also in the video description, so there's like 50-60 videos whatsoever where you can build any casino you like, and then just add a little bit more space to the front. I would suggest like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks at least. That's very comfortable for most customers, and on the 7th block you just add the glass wall. Then you basically build an enclosure so nobody can get in or out. So we have a ceiling with lamps in best case, so people can see. We have walls, we have a glass front, so people can watch when people are playing. So that's also very important, that you don't block off the view to the casino machines. And yeah, then we simply start all the time with a 3x2 entrance or basically gap in the glass plane. And yeah, the first thing we want to build, or the first casino entrance system we want to build, is the fancy door with the pressure plate. So we need a pressure plate where a sign basically says we need to drop an item there. And just for reference, we go down here. So that's our pressure plate block. And then we need some wool. Let's just choose green wool here for the tutorial. So make sure there's some green wool. We can now replace the quartz block again. So that's where we start. That's where everything starts. So we get a repeater here set to 4 ticks. Then we want to place in this 3x2 platform where we have here 2 comparators facing in different directions. And that's what we need in all of our builds. So that's what you need for each of those 5 versions of the security entrance system. And for this one, we also want to add here some different blocks. We will take these quartz blocks here instead, so they look a little bit nicer. And then we want to add in the pistons. And for the pistons, we just stay here below and add in all the pistons, so we don't need the extra row here. We can place here some blocks. And then we want to add here some torches, and they should now extend all the way up like this. And then we want to make sure to power those blocks with repeaters, just a little bit of redstone. Then we're gonna need here a repeater, block, redstone torch, and 2 pieces of redstone dust. And then we're also gonna need here a repeater, set to 2 ticks, here repeater, set to 2 ticks, a sticky piston facing upwards, a block, and then we just want to add observers facing this line here where we have just 3 pieces of redstone. Just face them with observers, they should all face down. And then we want to connect everything up like so. And we also want to add in here observers. Maybe I can do it a little bit easier from the other side. Yes, from here. We want to add in here observers as well. And just place some redstone there and connect everything up to here. So then we want to add in here a slight delay of 1 tick. That's also fine. And we are pretty much done. So if we now go to the top, yeah, we messed it a little bit up, but doesn't matter. Just drop an item on there. Everything should be closed. Collect the item again. And everything opens. So that's basically the first one, the red one, done. So yeah, it doesn't take much space, and yeah, it's very, very efficient. So feel free to build it. So for the blue version, we want to build this iron door that's just powered by a pressure plate. So the pressure plate is here again, same enclosure, same dimensions, and we just add in here an iron door. We have to make sure we close the gaps properly. And then we want to make sure we know where the iron door is. So it is directly there. So make sure to go beneath it. And then go 1 block across, and that's where you add the redstone torch. So that's what opens the door. Then we need to know where the pressure plate is. So it is right here. Make sure to grab it, to get a block beneath it. Place there some redstone dust. And then we just want to make sure we have a repeater. Where are they? Facing in that direction, set to 4 ticks. And then again, this platform I told you we will need each time we build one of these entrances. Oh, come on, so many misclicks. And then what we want to do is just place in here a block, place in here a repeater, and we're pretty much done. Of course, I misplaced one of those comparators. Make sure this one is facing in that direction. And then we're pretty much done. We can now just place in an item right onto the pressure plate. The door will close. If we collect it, the door will open again. Nice. So the blue one is also finished. Next up is the lime entrance system, and the lime entrance system is the one where we have the gravity affected concrete powder and the pressure plates. So we just take the pressure plate right here and we're gonna mark it down so we know that exactly here should be our redstone dust. And then we also want to grab ourselves some pistons, and we want to punch out the space here in the floor. And then we want to add in here 3 blocks of wool, 1 row of sticky pistons, 1 row of normal pistons, and then some lime concrete powder. And from here on, we repeat the procedure we already know very well. So we will need here a repeater set to 4, set to 4 ticks. Then we're gonna have here redstone. We have some comparators facing in different directions. We will have here a repeater, a block, a torch. We will have here 3 redstone torches that should now close the door. Then we're gonna add in here some repeaters, redstone dust. We connect that dust to the torch. We will place in repeater set to 2 ticks, repeater set to 2 ticks, and a sticky piston upright like that. Then we should place in here a wool block, then some redstone, and then we're gonna punch out that wool very shortly to make space from observers. Replace those 3 blocks with wool and place some redstone on top and connect it up like this. So with that done, we can now test the door. So just put an item on there. Nice, it closes. Does it open? Yeah. Oh, that was too fast. And we're gonna solve the problem by just going down here and putting this delay here just to 1 tick, not to 2. And that should get rid of the issue. Let's see. Closing works. How about opening works, closing works as well now. So that's the third door done. And now we'll head over to the orange entrance system. And that's the fancy door plus the pressure plates. So for the pressure plates, we'll just use a nice space. It doesn't matter really what space you will cover with those pressure plates. Just make sure it looks nice and it functions and it does not intersect with any other circuit that may be involved with this casino. So make sure to only build the pressure plates when you really have space beneath. And we're gonna just mark it a little bit out so we know where our pressure plates are. So we have here the first one, then we have 1, 2, 3, then into this direction, right here, 1, 2, 3, and we just build this platform like so. We just cover everything with redstone dust, like so. Nice, then we can already fill the gaps back in. And now we can already place in the door. So again, we have here the fancy door, for example. Yeah, you can also go back if you want just in the video, but I will build it anyways a second time so you can see it. And some quartz blocks. Then we're gonna remove those blocks very quick. Place in here 3 observers, like so. Then we're gonna replace those 3 iron blocks with some wool. We're also gonna replace these 3 iron blocks. Place here some redstone dust. And place some downward facing observers, just like this. Nice, should look like that now. And then we just add in our torches. They should go right here, so use them like that. That should close the door completely. And then we're just gonna use here an output. That should look like that, 4 ticks again. And then we're gonna use this 3x2 platform with the comparators facing in different directions. Then we just grab an output over here with a repeater, a block and a torch. And then we're gonna wire everything up like this. Just some repeaters, some redstone dust, like so. And then we're gonna add in here a repeater, set to 2 ticks. 1 tick if you're using the version with the falling concrete powder. Another 2 tick repeater. And then just wire everything up nice, like this. And the last part we want to add is just here a repeater instead of redstone dust, and then we should be good to go. Just go upstairs, just run on the pressure plates, check everything is working, the door should be closed. If we leave them for a short amount of time and get back in time, it doesn't matter, the door will still be closed. But if we wait a little bit longer, it will open up and we're fine. So let's do the last block by block tutorial, which is the yellow entrance system that consists of the iron doors and the pressure plates. So make sure to build this enclosure first, then place all the pressure plates again. I just prefer 2 rows in this 6 white space, and then just mark it again so we know where the pressure plates are. So they're here. It always helps a little bit. So like, oh, that's not right, like this. So after that, just cover everything in redstone dust again. Like so. Then we can close these temporary holes and we can just get our iron door, place it right here, get some glass. Make sure to know where the iron door is, place a block to the side, open it. And then we just gonna build an enclosure that looks like this. Sorry, like this. And we just run a redstone repeater set to 4 ticks like this, in that direction. Then 2 pieces of redstone dust, another 2 pieces of redstone dust, some comparators running into each other. And then just a repeater right here. And that will give us a nice closing of this iron door. Let's exit it again. Oh no, I just stepped on the pressure plates accidentally. Yeah, you could maybe remove that one so people could easier exit, but that's completely up to you. So of course those systems are completely customizable. You can build them in any variation. You could also, for example, I did not include a 6 build where I built this concrete powder entrance with the pressure plates, but you get the idea. You basically can combine those door differences with 3 different doors and 2 different activation mechanisms, with the pressure plate where you put the item or the pressure plate where you stand on as a player. And of course you can combine them as you like. And I hope I made a very nice video for you to get an overview of such entrance systems. And of course I would be very happy if you leave a like on this video. And I know this video is not that fancy and complex like most of my casino builds, so we just have entrance systems, so it could be rather boring for you. But anyways, I wanted to include it since we have a lot of demand for it. I built here very nice casinos on my channel, in my opinion, and I also get nice feedback from you. But I wanted to include an entrance system so people can really use the casinos on servers and really make customers play them. They would be completely unnecessary if you just build them in a single player world and play them yourself whatsoever. The real purpose for those casinos is of course multiplayer Minecraft, and I want to be them as multiplayer as possible, multiplayer friendly as possible, and that's why I wanted to include those entrance systems. So I hope you had fun. I had fun building them, I had fun designing them, and I hope I see you in the next video. Thanks for watching and bye bye.